Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really great trades. And as you guys can see, we got a very nice little dip in the Bitcoin price today. Bitcoin coming down to 28,000, or actually 27,650, but we managed to close above 28,000, so that was pretty good. Now let's take a look at some charts here. Let me get on Bitcoin chart right here. Oh boy, look at all these support lines and resistance lines. But what you really want to take a look at is that $27,200 level right now, which is going to be acting as pretty much your first level of resistance. We have not tagged it yet, and at the moment I'm not so sure if we are going to tag it, although I will not rule it out. We could see on the 4-hour time frame on Market Cipher, we are starting to curl a little bit here, potentially forming a green dot by maybe tomorrow morning. That would signify a potential bottom is in, and we could potentially keep this rally going towards the upside. However, 30,000, is very, very, very big resistance right now. And let's take a look here what we got as far as resistance level. Oh, we gotta move that back. So 28,700 is gonna act as resistance. It didn't really hold that much as support, and we pretty much rolled over since then. But overall, I'm in a couple of longs right now, so we'll see how those play out. But overall, I'm still bullish on the markets. You can see the S&P 500 got a bit of a down day today, but overall, I think it's nothing too detrimental. I still think we can get to that 4,200 target and potentially even 4,250 to 4,300. Nasdaq, I get a bit of a down day too as well, but I think it's more of a pause, a Monday pause, and I think we're gonna keep this rally going to potentially as high as 13,500 on the Nasdaq. And the Dow Jones, I think the Dow Jones is actually getting a little bit overdone at the moment, but I won't rule it out that we could potentially keep going higher and maybe as high as this high pivot here, which is right around 34,600. But I won't rule out the fact that we might even get to 35,000, 35,170 or 35,200, because right now the Dow Jones is only 30 stocks, price cap weighted. So the more those stocks go up, the more this index is going to go up, and it's only 30 stocks, right? It doesn't really take that much for those 30 stocks to go up, especially when the market really wants to be bullish, right? Let's take a look at the daily time frame here on WaveEdge. Again, nothing to see here. Nothing on the 4-hour time frame as well. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. And the 1 hour, we actually got a bunch of green crosses and some significant buying going on, but the price kept moving towards the downside. Let's take a look at some even shorter ones here. And is it going to load up? There we go. So you got a significant amount of buying coming in right around the $27,650 level. So that's really good to see. But what I want to see is follow through, and you actually had a bit of a bullish divergence here. You made a higher low on the RSI. So what I want to see is follow through tomorrow morning, coinciding with that potential green dot on the 4-hour time frame for Market Cipher. And we'll have to see tomorrow morning how everything's gonna end up. But like I said yesterday, lots of data this week, lots of earnings as well. So it's still earnings season. FOMC on Wednesday, and tomorrow is going to be Jolt's jobs opening at 8:30, I believe. Let me just double check that for you guys. I'll just pull it up here for you on top. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at it, but you guys can't see it. So tomorrow it's going to be 10 a.m. Jolt's job opening. So that's going to be pretty important for the U.S. and as the economy starts to deteriorate. We'll see if the Jolt's job opening gets worse or gets better. It's forecasted to be a little bit lower. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Sorry, not the Nasdaq, the indices. So I think we covered it very quickly. I still think there's a little bit of gas left into the tank as well. And I already ran those on Market Cipher. So I'll just run it through you guys. I'll run them with you guys and inside the right now and in the live session that I'm doing right now. So we can see that we have a -4 and an 11 on the dual band strength index on the daily time frame, but on the weekly it's actually still looking very good, and on the monthly it's looking very, very strong as well. All right, let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Something very similar. Daily looking good, weekly looking good, and the monthly is looking good as well. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq monthly looking good, actually very good with a 19 and a -5. The weekly is looking quite good as well, especially that we printed a red dot last week, and we confirmed with it as well. But you can see that green money flow is starting to come back on that weekly time frame. Daily time frame, you are seeing a little bit less green money flow, and the momentum waves, they're still extending here. There's no top that's in. My best guesses would be right around 13,500 is going to be your next top for the Nasdaq. And after that, I expect a very, very big pullback in the markets, but we're gonna have to see. There's a lot of news coming out. If the Fed pivots, maybe the market's gonna rally, or if the Fed raises rates, maybe they'll rally even then, right? So maybe the market just wants to go up. Let's take a look at oil right now. Oil, a bit of a down day. It was actually down about 1.7% on the day. Nothing too crazy there, but overall, I think oil might get another rally back up here. It could start to push back up to potentially $81 to maybe $83 once again, forming a very nice double top, and then we could start to get a very big leg towards the downside. And then I think that's going to be when we're going to make our way down to 60, 65 once again, and then we're getting a small bounce, and then we're going to get down to 45 after that. Although this is going to take it's going to take a large amount of time, probably over the course of like a couple of months, or maybe until the rest of the year. Okay, so we're not going to get there right away, so just be patient. Okay, and let's get over to natural gas. Nothing too crazy on natural gas here today. Again, it was down on the day about 3%. And it is down right now in the after hours minus 0.5%. But again, you can't really trust this after hours action. And overall, I still think the lows are in for nat gas. Can we start to come down once again? We could, but I would start to. My upside targets would be invalidated if the wave 2 were to go past the 786. And then after that, I think that at that point, the chances of us having a potential bottom here in nat gas might be ruined. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuffy right now because I have allergies. But overall, I think that if nat gas doesn't hold that $1.99 level, and if we just end up breaking down from there, and then we keep going lower, then it's very possible and very likely that we are going to make lower lows in natural gas. Okay, but overall, I still think that we're going to get some upside. I got a lot of money on the line for this, so we'll see how it plays out. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold, again, a very lackluster day for gold and silver. Nothing to really do here. Just actually, except for silver. We'll talk about silver in just a second, but gold, nothing to see here. Still overbought. I think we are due for a pullback, and eventually we are going to get one. And I think it's going to come back down to potentially 1900 to 1850. Let's take a look at silver here. So silver, again, we had that massive wick up today. If you guys saw that, we got a big spike up and then a big reversal down. To me, this looks like bearish price action. We actually almost came up to do a double top, and that wick is actually extremely bearish. And I think that short play that we're doing on silver right now is going to pay off very, very nicely. So just holding on to that short, and I'll let you guys know when I close it inside the Discord. Okay, let's take a look at the hash ribbon indicator right now, right here, so you guys can see we have not crossed yet. Again, no big capitulation signal, but Bitcoin does not look that great at the moment. It looks like we are going to get some more downside potentially in the coming week or two, but overall, I still think Bitcoin could get one last leg towards the upside, and then we're going to roll over, but we'll have to see. At the moment, the funding rate has gone back down or gone back up. So I think we flushed out the shorts during that pop to 30K over the weekend. And now we're starting to dump back down. But again, let me take a look at the daily time frame on Bitcoin. I don't know if I covered it just now, but I'll just make sure to cover it. There we go. Take a look at the daily. Right now we have a 17 in the -3 with a red X. So we might be starting our leg down to potentially 26,000 to as low as 23,368. So this is actually looking quite bearish at the moment with this tiny little momentum wave that we got going. We got green money flow, but overall, I think the 12 hour is already painting a picture that we are going to see more downside. But I mean, the 4 hour, you got green money flow coming back. So overall, I think the shorter time frames give us some little bit of bullish price action, but the larger time frames are showing us some potential downside as well in the bigger picture. Let's take a look at wave edge here on not the daily time frame, but the weekly time frame. I want to check something. Yeah, so we got a red cross here the other day. Again, this usually is followed with some downside. Same thing for the green crosses. We see upside as well after that. But we are in a strong uptrend, so that doesn't mean that we are going to start dumping right away. We could very easily keep moving towards the upside. And I still got it penciled in that we could go to 32, 35K on Bitcoin, but the markets need to behave, and we need to start moving up as well. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. I'm really tired tonight. This video may not be as great as usual, but overall, you guys know my targets. I still think Bitcoin's gonna go up a little bit more, and then once we get to that point, I'm going to enter a short on Bitcoin, and I think after that we are going to roll over significantly. But maybe 31,000 was our top, and that was it, and we're not going to go up any higher than that. It's very possible that that's just a scenario there as well, and we're not going to see 32, 35K. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. You guys are all been awesome. We're at 20,000 subscribers. Never thought we'd be able to make it here. Once we get to 25,000, I am going to do a massive giveaway. All right, so don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.